Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the launch of the National Breastfeeding Week of the Ministry of Health. For the international scene, tussle between the Italian justice and Matteo Salvini. Welcome to our newsroom. Yesterday morning, the People's Palace hosted a ceremony to launch National Breastfeeding Week from 14 to 20 August 2019, placed under the patronage of the Minister of Health, Mr. Mohammed Warsama Diriye. The launch ceremony took place in the presence of the Minister of Women and Family, Ms. Moumina Ahmed Hassan, the Vice President of UNFD, Ms. Hasna Ahmed Bilil, UNICEF representative, Ms. Maeva Johnson, and the representative of the World Food Programme, Ms. Muzinta Shimuka. The event therefore mobilized all health professionals and many community health actors who were able to appreciate the different activity programs around the theme of breastfeeding, in addition to discuss on parental responsibility and a report on the benefit of breastfeeding participants, carefully followed by Dr. Timuro Aden Okiye. Informative presentation is on the correlation between acute malnutrition and breastfeeding. In their respective intervention, the representative of UNICEF and World Food Programme highlighted the progress made in the countries in promoting exclusive breastfeeding.
And we know that the benefits of breastfeeding are not just for the children in their first years of life, but the benefits are felt all through adulthood. So this is something that we very much want to promote at the World Food Programme. We are also working with the Ministry of Health to enforce the capacity of the staff to care for malnourished children and nursing mothers. We are also working with the ministry staff who are responsible for taking care of children and other patients who are affected by malnutrition, which could be the result of not having been breastfed.
In her intervention, UNICEF representative Ms. Melva Johnson reiterated her commitment and the support of her agency alongside the Department of Health to further intensify promotional activity for exclusive breastfeeding up to 6 months. The Minister for Women and Family, Ms. Moumina Ahmed Hassan, said that the issue of breastfeeding was at the head of the government's policy on gender promotion and in line with the political visions of the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh. For his part, the Minister of Health, Mohammed Warsama Diriye, did not fail to point out that the recent law introduced by the head of state in favor of extending maternity leave to 6 months was also part of this process of promoting exclusive breastfeeding until the 6 months in particular, and maternal and child health in general. Also, as part of the National Breastfeeding Week, the Minister of Health, Mohammed Warsama Diriye, the Minister of Women and Family, Moumina Ahmed Hassan, visited the maternity ward of the Sheko hospitals to distribute the kits to mothers in childbirth. Indeed, the two members of government were accompanied by several representatives of United Nations agencies present in Djibouti, including UNICEF and World Food Programme. This toilet kit distribution program includes clothing sheets, complete grooming kits, and baby diapers. These activities will continue throughout the week to all women in childbirth in the country's various maternity hospitals. Like some 2.5 million Muslims pilgrims from Djibouti on pilgrimage to Mecca in Saudi Arabia these years have been performing the rituals of storming Satan since Sunday, Eid al-Adha day. On the first day, Eid al-Adha, the fest of sacrifice celebrated by Muslims around the world, waves of worshippers took turn at a stone site in Mina, throwing stones at the large steels symbolizing Satan. Among the pilgrims from all over the world, you see pilgrims from Djibouti in these images shot by our team in Mecca. Pilgrims cross in successive waves at bright called Amar Jamarat, then once facing the first of stelae symbolizing Satans in Arabic, throw 7 stones collected the days before. At it, pilgrims are wrapped in 2 piece of unstitched fabric called ihram, leaving uncovered shoulders. For men, women are fully covered except to face and hands. A shower of small stones fall on the large pilgrims will have to show for 3 days on each of the 3 steels representing Satan. The Embassy of India in Djibouti celebrated this morning the Indian National Day. Ambassador Ashok Kumar's organized a reception bringing together all Indian national present in Djibouti. The ceremony was rich in color with traditional Indian melody, the risings of the Indian flag and the national anthem. On August 15, 2000, after struggles for independence in which Gandhi was one of the leaders, India became an independent country. It was then 2 new states were born, India and Pakistan. These days has been declared national holiday and public holiday in India. On this occasion, many demonstrations took place in the major cities, military parade, concerts, foot races, kit competitions. It was also the day when the Indian president addressed the nations from the Red Fort of Delhi. The ceremony was closed with a review of Ambassador Ashok Kumar of the speech by the Indian President Ramnath Kovind. Under the aegis of the Secretary of State for Youth and Sport, Acting Prefect Muhammad Fauzi Ahmed Assowe, kick-off for the 26th sessions of Summer Football Tournament in the presence of the Vice President of the Regional Council, Ms. Filsan Hassan, and the Colonel of the Rapid Actions Regiment, Ibrahim Ali, the Director of the Regional Hospital, Ahmed Abdu, the Director of the Sunny Hill Centers, John Baptiste, and the Chief Doctors of Arta Hospital Center on Wednesday, 14 August 2019. This tournament is a historic start in 1985. It's one of the oldest sports competitions in the countries and is a heritage for the Arta region. And 10 years later, the tournament experienced a very difficult moment, a few years of interruptions, from which it took the interventions of the President of the Republic, Al-Hajj Ismail Magele, Chief of Staff at the time, who took up the challenges by saving the competition's pride of the Jan Arta, the city of sport. For excellence lives its summers to the rhythms of this eternal summer tournament, where holiday makers and residents float to the file. For the international scene, Italian justice allows the open arms ship to approach Lampedusa. Decisions that suspend the decrees of Ministries of Interior Matteo Salvini, which prohibited the boat from entering territorial waters. A victory for Spanish NGOs, owners of this ship, on which 147 migrants are on board, we overturned the Matteo Salvini's decree that prevented us from entering Italian waters under penalty of having our boat confiscated. We can enter Italian waters without fees or fines of confiscations of our boat. It has been decided that we must disembark, but without the name of a port being specified. So it is now up to the Italian government to respond to its justice, reacted the founders of Open Arms, Oscar Camps, but in the faces of the court decision, Matteo Salvini won an appeal and promises a new decree. In addition to the Open Arms ship, another ship, the Ocean Viking, is looking for safe port in the Mediterranean with 350 migrants on board. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us.